What's up, everybody? I'm here today because, as the title says, we need to talk about Cheese Station. Okay, and I'm gonna compare Cheese Station to Lady B's Palace because Lady B's Palace is an encounter in Farever where they've done pretty much everything right in terms of design perspective, mechanics. Everything feels great. It's a memorable, fun, challenging encounter. Now, Cheese Station is the opposite of that. Cheese Station is awful. Okay, so let's talk about it. Where's Lady B's Palace right and where's Cheese Station wrong? So let's start with telegraphs, right? Because they're actually pretty similar encounters. So in Lady B's Palace, you have those line telegraphs where the discs come shooting at you in phase two. I feel like that's really similar to the trains in Cheese Station. What's the difference? Telegraphs are the difference. They both deal knockback, they both deal a moderate amount of damage, they can both push you into the bad. But in Lady B's Palace, they're telegraphed. In Cheese Station, I mean, you could kind of say they're telegraphed because you can see them coming, but not really, right? Not really. The way an attack should be telegraphed is you should be able to know it's coming no matter where the camera is positioned. So in Cheese Station, you could just be looking at a different mechanic and not even see a train coming, and it can clip you, and that feels bad. That feels really bad. The other thing that's not telegraphed in Cheese Station is the cheese attacks that do AoE damage or that do damage over time that go across 1/3 of the platform at a time. No telegraph for that whatsoever. You just kind of have to eyeball it. And that also feels bad. Now, the other thing where Lady B's Palace gets it right and Cheese Station gets it wrong is in the limitation of the play space. So we have two similar mechanics going on here. In Lady B's Palace, it's the mechanic where the hexagonal tiles get destroyed. In Cheese Station, it's where the pools of cheese are placed in the arena. Now, what's wrong with Cheese Station is that the pools of cheese can be placed underneath the train cars that you ride on back and forth between the platforms. And even if it's under the train, if you're on top of the train, you still take damage over time from that effect. That feels bad. That feels broken. It would be like if you're standing on certain platforms in Lady B's Palace and you still take damage from the honey underneath. See, that wouldn't make sense, would it? But that's how Cheese Station works. Now, the other thing is the ad phase. The ads in Lady B's Palace, they're done immaculately. It's an immaculate ad phase. In Cheese Station, it feels really bad because you still have all those, you're having to stack those pools, those damaging pools that cannot be cleared while also fighting ads who have it's something like a 2-second long AoE knockback effect that you're having to manage while two pools are coming in at once. And that gets very difficult. When you have to manage two things, right? You want to distribute them towards the front and back of the arena, but also you have to keep it away from the train cars because, as I said, if one of those pools, if you have pools stacked along the path of the car that you ride back and forth, you're going to take a tremendous amount of damage from that and you're going to fail. Oh, and by the way, if you're standing in between one of the two train cars, you can fall through that and fail immediately. And that's tremendously frustrating in an encounter that already feels bad to play and is poorly telegraphed. So by and large, I would say playing Cheese Station versus any of the other bosses feels like a completely different game. It's so bad. So yeah, I mean, they have a lot of time to fix this. The game is in early access, but I just thought I would address that Cheese Station as it is virtually unplayable as compared to other bosses. So yeah, that's it. Stay away from Cheese Station unless you want to be frustrated.